Brad, it seems like we both have the MP40. Hey everyone, welcome to Blowback Industries. My name is Martin, and today I released the first of what will hopefully be many podcasts with Gel Blaster YouTubers. Now, a few weeks ago, I got to talk to two of my favorite YouTubers who kind of inspired me to keep making content on this channel. You've probably heard of them before, LowGuido and Bradly Phillips. Now, we cover a whole range of topics ranging from our favorite gel balls, our favorite gel blasters, and everything in between. Now, the video does go for quite long, so maybe 40-50 minutes, so I have chaptered it so you can skip to the part that interests you. Now, if you want to buy any of the gel blasters that we talk about, most of them can be found at iHobby, so check the link in the description. But without further ado, let's get into it. I have been such a huge fan of the two of you since like gel blasters were a thing. Like, you know, I think you guys were the very first channels that popped up whenever I searched anything about gel blasters. It was Brad and it was LowGuido, and I was like, they're so awesome. I'm so happy that we get to do this today and that you guys, like, you know, wanted to come on, have a bit of a chat about everything gel blasters. It's really, really exciting. So thank you.
So you see my arms, that's what you're used to anyway, isn't it? Right, okay, there we go.
You have a very beautiful timber desk. I'll give you that. That looks that looks legit wood too, man. That doesn't look like the fake shit.
It is legit wood. I've got, I think I've got about 4 or more of these desks. There's multiple desks. I've damaged several in the course of filming videos and had to like bring in a stunt desk. There used to be another dude actually. He's still around, but he's a bit quieter than normal. Quieter than normal. Quieter these days. He used to go by the name of Gel Soft Warrior. And then he also went by the name of Beard and Blaster Club.
Yes, the beard,
and
yes!
He had the exact same desk surface as this as well. And he did a video where he did a piss take of me. And it was so good. It was so good that I wish it was still around. But it's, he's not around. Well, he's around, but he's just not as public.
That's something that I was speaking with the guys from Oz Blasters about. It's like, what happened to Bearded Blaster Club? The videos that guy made were amazing, but I heard there was a bit of controversy with something. But anyway,
he got into some strife with a few retailers because I think he was challenging some of them legally on their terms and conditions of things. I don't know the full story, but
some of them were threatening to take legal action against him, which forced him to remove some videos from memory.
And then he just deleted his whole channel.
Yeah, I think he just had enough of it at the end.
Yeah. Well, it gets that way sometimes. Yeah.
All right. Oh, we have some commenters. We got Raina Pizulka saying hello, and we've got Vasil Kripov. Vasil Kripov. Yes, you have to say Russian.
Oh, that comment's pretty funny.
They're going to show us how to convert plastic into a...
I was like literally maybe last night or the night before, I was just thinking of how I could do that video, like converting a gel blaster into a real firearm and like having that where I actually get like a Gen 8 something like a Gen 8, like a really nice plastic blaster, and then like just loading something large caliber into it and like having like a remote primer and just having it blow to pieces. I was thinking, okay, like can you get a primer that goes off with electric? Surely it's got to be possible, right? And then you can remotely set it off and just have the thing blow to pieces. I think that would be a great
Surely
video.
There would be, but a lot of people just use rope or fishing line or whatever.
Yeah, that's assuming you've got a trigger and a firing pin that will actually work, which blasters don't have. so
you'd have to add half of a firearm to it first.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. Don't believe what your government's telling you, guys. You can't turn blasters into firearms.
Do you know, Brad?
Can't be done.
When you made that video about the police ministers, like, trust me, I've taken so much information from your videos.
They reckon the criminal underworld is converting them all into real guns to use against the cops. That's what it was sounding like.
They obviously know this. Like, the guy's ex-military, right? He knows that he's lying about it.
Oh yeah, he is ex-military, the police commissioner.
I don't understand. I don't get where they're getting their ballistics information and stuff from. Like it doesn't even make sense. Like, I feel like there's some people that are actually like studying physics in college or something. There's some real ballistics experts out there who are just like face palming at some of the statements that were made about gel blasters being able to be converted into, firearms and all that sort of thing. But
the dumbest thing about WA is they have probably the most relaxed replica laws of any state in Australia. But as soon as it shoots a gel ball, oh no, that's a firearm.
Yeah, I gotta say, Brad, your greatest masterpiece ever is the penis gel blaster.
The penis.
Oh, yes, yes.
It is so good.
Oh my god, it was just so funny that, like, what happened. So tell the story for those of you who haven't heard the story. Hear it. This is great.
After months of searching, after we have to begin registering gel blasters here in SA, I managed to find one of the discontinued penis blasters. And so I got it shipped to a firearms dealer where I had to collect it from. You have to, if you're getting a gel blaster from interstate, get it shipped directly to a firearms dealer. Collected it from them, then they had put a serial number on it. And I took it into the police station to show the police that it's got a serial number on it, and they registered it as a firearm. And it basically looks like a dildo.
That thing, I mean, I know that thing's like been converted to HPA now somewhere.
Yeah, it has. I gave that to a guy named Jack who loves HPA stuff, and he put, I think it was an F2 or something in it. And every time he fires it, the little loading flap at the top pops open because it's so much pressure.
So there's now a although it's I guess it would have been deregistered from South Australia, but there is now
no he's a guy in SA.
He's in South Australia, right? So there's an officially registered firearm penis out there still. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what I just realized just then? This thing actually unscrews off of the top. Here I have been mucking around trying to work out how to get this seal in for so long, and it's just like that. This just unscrews off. I was trying to get the seal in like through here, and I'm like, how?
That looks a bit suspicious there, LowGuido. Maybe that's just my dirty mind. All right, we got a couple people on the chats. Vasil Kripov, I apparently pronounced that right. Sickly Boy, Dirt Milk, and we have Oz Blasters as well. We have an actual gel blaster shop joining us, so that's awesome. I'm going to be visiting you guys in a week.
Vasil Kripov says, I cannot picture how humiliated I'd be if a literal penis killed me on the field. I have a whole video going around before it was even HPA, just spring-powered manual single shot, and I took out a bunch of people with it, so...
And it was gold. Absolute gold.
So, okay, Brad, question. Did YouTube demonetize that video?
I just didn't even bother, because it's a penis. They're not going to monetize that.
Yeah, you got all sorts of things going on there. You got YouTube with penis. You got YouTube with things that look too much like guns. It's instant demonetizations. Shout outs to Adam Hoy, by the way.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Adam. Guy. Holy shit, Adam's here.
Hey, Adam.
Buys me a coffee all the time. Adam Hoy's like the sole supporter of LowGuido's Drop Shop, basically.
He is the same as mine. So, actually, Adam, if you saw my latest short, I gave you a shout out at the end of the video. So, thanks, bro. So, question, guys. You probably have a little arsenal of blasters. Which one is your favorite?
Can we say weekly favorite?
Wait!
That's tough. Oh,
Brad, it seems like we both have the MP40.
not gonna lie, I was gonna get one for a review, but I heard that they were hot door piss.
Let me tell you what is hot door piss about it.
The magazine looks a bit
It
shit.
uses a spring mag. I
Mm.
don't know if you can see it. So it's like a gas blowback pistol mag almost. Holds about 40 shots. And then in the
Yeah.
back, it has a reservoir of gels in the back there. And you kind of have to like hold the spring down and shake it to get more in when it's empty.
It seems like a waste of time. You'd be better off just using a speed loader and just
Some
refilling
people
the
have
spring
already converted ARP9 mags to fit in this with terminals and
section. Oh
everything.
yeah, oh that makes sense. That's what I like about the Gel Blaster community. Very ingenuitive, you know, like making mags fit things that they probably shouldn't, and all that sort of good stuff.
Well, this really should have had terminals out of the box, but
Now-
they're too lazy.
Brad, you need to wait a few weeks until you release a review on that, because I got one coming out next week, and if you release it before me, then no one's going to watch mine.
Well, see, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
I think people would watch both.
See, that's the thing about doing YouTube, right? Like a lot of people sort of think it's some sort of competition, right? Like some people would think that maybe like you and I and Brad are all competing to get like the review out first or whatever. But I mean, the point is like if I'm gonna buy a blaster, I'm not gonna watch one review. Actually, no, I'm not gonna watch any reviews for blaster. Bad example. If I'm gonna buy a TV, I'm not going to watch one review on that TV and go, yep, made my decision on this guy's ideas. I'm going to go and watch 3 or 4 reviews on that before I decide that I'm going to buy that TV. So, I mean, there's no reason for any competition in between different channels doing reviews. You know, you do your review, you've got your style, I've got my style. It's all different. Everyone's going to watch all of them and make up their own minds as to what they want anyway. It's not like just because you've watched one review you can't watch another review. You'll end up watching them all anyway if you're interested in that.
It's always good when I've put out a video and you put one out, and then I watch yours after I've done mine, and you're pretty much saying the exact same thing and come to the same conclusions.
I've always very intimidated by after watching one of yours. I'm like, oh god, I missed so much shit. I didn't cover like, and you just like dissect everything, and I'm like, man, how do you have the time to do that? It's crazy.
Anyway, I'm not doing the MP40 video this week. I have the STG, which is actually a far better blaster practically, already uploaded to release tomorrow. And then today I filmed gameplay and footage for this, basically an MP40 Nerf blaster that's an AEG.
Yeah, I saw your
that
post. I was like,
slaps.
what the hell? That looks awesome.
You're way too organized and controlled. I just get too excited. I just like if I've made a video, I'm just way too excited to get that video released.
Yeah.
And I do have like buy me a coffee supporters who buy me a coffee, and I usually email the video out to them 24 hours in advance from the release. But I'm basically twitching that whole 24 hours going, I want to release it. My fingers on it.
Well, you'd be surprised to hear that video's been uploaded since Wednesday then.
See, I'm not
tomorrow.
surprised because you strike me as that person that's got that sort of control, whereas me, I do not have that control.
Me neither.
People have the most time to watch videos on the weekend. There's somewhere in your YouTube statistics you can see what days everyone's online.
Yeah,
so
see, I don't
generally
read
try to
any of
match
that.
with that.
I don't look at any of that.
All right, so we got some of these comments flooding in. I think they like the MP40s. At least the Russian guy does. You're meant to like AKs, bro.
I was going to grab my 74 from downstairs, but I grabbed the MP40 instead.
Well, I have recently purchased the AK double bell, and I love it. It is so cool.
I think it's one of the best AKs on the market right now.
Yeah?
There's the other AKs I've found have this issue where the mag terminal springs keep snapping off, and possibly even causing shorts in the blaster when they cross inside the mag well. That one hasn't had it yet, so
I'll just grab it for those of you who are wondering what it looks like, because it's got a beautiful wood finish. It's very nice.
That's a fairly common thing with blasters that have got the mag terminals a little bit too close. If you're rough with the mags on change, that you can short the terminals together.
And the AK mags rock in, so they probably have a higher chance of it happening.
Yeah, especially if they use spring terminals. Like some of them use the little metal tags, whereas some use springs. The springs are really not great for those rocking in mags.
It just feels cool, like boom. But I'm very cautious that I'm gonna snap it one day. But until then, it'll go in.
I just submit myself to the fact that the blaster is going to break at some stage. So.
Well, if everyone was like you and had a incredible amount of knowledge on how to fix them, then we'd be great. But fortunately, that's why
the thing is, most of the time I don't. Like most of the time, when I'm opening a blaster in a lot of my videos, it's usually the first time I've ever seen that blaster, and I'm opening it up for the first time on camera. So a lot of the time, I don't actually know what I'm in for. The MP7 was the LDT MP7. If you've seen that one, that thing is amazing, and it was also very to pull it apart. It was a little bit scary, like taking it apart for the first time. V2 stuff, like it's all dime a dozen. You've done one V2, you've done them all. They're all the same. They're all the same thing over and over again. V3 is the same as well. They're all the same. Most of them are all pretty much the same inside, give or take a few things. It's when you start getting like really weird things like the MP7 where everything's tiny. It's a tiny little gearbox. It's this big, and and there's a lot of stuff packed in there. I was really surprised by the amount of stuff that's packed into that tiny little gearbox.
It's a very weird gearbox too. It's like, I think they call it a V6 or something.
Look, I don't understand
like
how
these square shaped one.
Yeah, it's a little square, but I don't understand how gearboxes get the names like V6. Like, what was that the sixth one that was made by Tokyo Marui? Is that how it works?
Maybe.
Is that how it works? Like the first, I know the first gearbox. Oh, what was it? The first gearbox that was ever made was the Tokyo Marui, and it was oh man, it slipped my, the model has now slipped my mind. So let's just change the subject.
Google.
Yeah, Google. Yeah.
I have a great subject. Something just came to mind. What do you guys feel about the M1 Garand? And do you know anything about it coming out here in Australia? Because I'm just fanging for it.
I just hope that if they bring out a replica, that it gives you Garand thumb every time you load it.
Yeah.
I was actually playing COD Zombies last night on in VR, and it gives you Garand thumb every single time. Like, fortunately, I couldn't feel it. I don't have haptics or anything, but
If you did.
Yeah,
that would have a
like,
Garand thumb setting. Fucking hell.
It does. Like I was every time I was reloading it, I was pushing the clip into the top, and the bolt was just like slamming forward on my thumb as I was pushing, and I was like, yeah, this would hurt.
How much do people like World War II Gel Blasters? That's what I want to ask. What's the community feel about it?
I think a lot, man. I think a lot. Like, I know a lot of people who are like, most of the people that I know who are into gel blasters are totally into World War II reenactments and stuff like that. So they are all fanging for the World War II stuff. Me personally, it's just not really my cup of tea. But like, but yeah.
Is this how they used to hold it?
I imagine
You got your World War II.
There's nowhere else to
I got my.
Definitely World War II. Deagle.
Yeah. I got my Gen 1.
This would have been around.
Dude,
Deagle.
that's what Adolf Hitler used to use. I'm sure the Deagle. He's like, yo, what's up?
If only these were actually practical to use, I think they'd be a lot more popular in the non-World War II crowds.
Well, 50-round mag is still alright. It's okay.
Yeah. Not once you full auto it though.
Well, yeah.
But we have a reenactment group in SA who would love to get one of these. I'm sure. They actually
Do they
lent me
do?
some
Do they
props
do
for the
actual
video.
reenactments?
I believe so.
What do they? Do they choose like a battle and say, "Let's reenact this battle"?
I
Because
have
I know
no
guys,
idea.
I know guys who do reenactments, and to me, I think it's just like an excuse for a gel ball game.
Probably. Although here in SA, you need to do it at a gel ball field if you want to shoot them.
Yep, of course, of course.
Stupid laws. So speaking of laws, I get a lot of questions about, the laws in each state, and they're constantly changing. Can you say with 100% certainty on what the laws are for every single state in Australia? Either of you?
No
I
idea.
can't.
I'm not sure on
No
Northern
idea.
Territory, but aside from Northern Territory, I pretty much can.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it?
WA completely banned, as you would have seen. I think it was last year or the year before. SA, you need a firearms license, and you can only use them at a gel blaster field once you have the license. You can also hire from a field without a license.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I was actually asking yesterday, I think, if I wanted to go to South Australia and I wanted to play gel ball, how do I go about that? Do I need
You
to
could
have,
borrow one of my blasters.
So I'd need to rent or borrow, but I wouldn't be able to bring any of my blasters into the state.
Correct. You'd need,
Yeah, righto.
unless you sent them here first ahead of time and got them registered under someone else's name,
Yeah, okay, weird.
or if you had your own firearms license, I suppose.
So if you have an interstate firearms license, can you then? All right, no, we're getting way off topic. I was just going to say, if you've got an interstate firearms license, then can you, in a state that doesn't require licenses for gel
I'm not
blasters
sure how you'd go
Yeah,
about it
that's
because you can't register it
Yeah,
in
that's
Queensland.
it, right? Because like you could have a Queensland firearms license and you could have a gel blaster, but your gel blaster isn't registered to that license at all.
So we discussed the laws for SA and how they're completely banned in WA. Coming to Victoria and Tasmania, both of those are entirely appearance based. So if it looks anything remotely like a real gun, you cannot have it in Victoria or Tasmania. But blasters like the Gel Storm that Ozgel sell, I believe, is legal in Victoria and Tasmania. And in Tasmania, they've even gone as far as to purchase internals for gel blasters and put them inside Nerf guns because they look like toys then. New South Wales and ACT, you cannot have gel at all, even with a firearms license. People were asking in chat for those states. And Queensland, you can have gel blasters as freely as you want, but you have to keep them stored in a locked cabinet when not in use, and transport them in a sealed bag or like a gun case.
All right, just going through the comments, guys. We have we have Mr. Russian Man asking for some gel blaster ASMR. I tried that already. Didn't really work out that well. Have you guys seen that one?
I did that as well.
Yeah. I think I got the idea from you, actually.
I was going to say, I don't know if you saw, but I did that at one stage as well. It was another one of those things where it's like nobody else got the joke but me.
Yeah. I think one person got it when I did it. They're like, I'm pretty sure this is serious, but I also think that it's a joke as well, and I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's funny. I'm like, thank you. There we go.
Well, you know what the funny thing was? My ASMR video that I did was intended as a joke, but then like about halfway through, I'm like, this is actually real ASMR.
Yeah, it sounds good.
People were actually messaging me afterwards, going, "That was actually like a little too good."
Yeah, you're
like I didn't know, I didn't realize I needed this in my life.
Yeah. Gel blasters have always guns in general have always sounded sexy to me. Like when you hear the slide go, kunk, you're like, oh, when it's just like the ping from the M1 Garand. Not that I've ever held one, but like I can imagine it'd be pretty sexy. And I'd be like, oh yes, it's like the cocking sound of a pistol. It's like, ah yes, cocks. Oh.
Quick.
So, this is my favorite gel blaster in answer to the question that we asked 100 years ago. Can you tell me what it is?
Is it a Golden Eagle
Yeah.
4.3?
Golden Eagle.
Hey! You guys do it straight away. I've used it in a lot of videos. But
And I'm going off of some grainy zoom image as well.
yeah. What do you guys think of Golden Eagle as a brand for their pistols and their blasters?
It was my first blowback pistol, actually.
I don't have a lot of love for the GE, the Golden Eagle. I feel like it's in terms of gas blowback pistols, I feel like it's a poor conversion from airsoft. Like I feel like it's basically it's still airsoft, but with a 7 mil barrel essentially.
I find now that now there's a lot of WeTech pistols out there, they don't jam anywhere near as much, and they're a much better option.
WeTech are just my go-to gas blowback. I mean, they might not be the best, but they're certainly for the price point and for the reliability, they're the best value. Like they might not be the best overall, but they're certainly great value for what they are.
Definitely.
Sorry.
I'd say they make the Golden Eagles obsolete, really,
Hmm.
especially at least on the Australian market.
But I'll give you one thing for the Golden Eagle. That one you got the 4.3 special ops version or whatever it is. I think is it say something special ops on the slide?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's
That is a pretty sexy looking pistol. Like I remember when I first saw one of those, I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty nice looking. Yeah, it looks good. You know, like it looks and feels good, and
like,
it gets the job done. I guess
it
But,
does.
like,
It does.
in terms of reliability, I think there's better blasters.
So that's my very first game I went to. I saw these like hardcore dudes that were clearly very adamant airsoft players. They were fully kitted out, and I was like, all right, guys. So they were doing like these pistol drills and everything. I was like, whoa, this is amazing. And I was like, what brand do you recommend? And all of them was like, WeTech. And so it's good that you guys say it as well. And I guess that's great for the viewers that they can know. If you want a good gas blowback, hit up WeTech and you can have a great time. Because gas blowbacks can give you so many problems if you get the wrong brand. Trust me.
Actually, I think I saw one of your shorts where you're like you've got your first gas blowback pistol and it's like just falls apart or something like that. Was that one of yours? You like rack the slide and then it falls into pieces?
That caused so much drama on the internet of people being like, oh, you just pull the slide stop out and you cut the video. I'm like, I know, that was the joke.
But the joke's on them, right? Because you're generating like response. If people are commenting, then that's like it doesn't matter. It's better. Joke's on them. Better for you.
Comments are very effective at getting your video promoted to more viewers' eyes.
Yeah, and there are people that are like, guys, you know that he's just getting exactly what he wants by you commenting how angry you are. I'm like, I'm just sitting at my desk. I'm like,
yeah, well. I mean, I do read my comments, but I also ignore my comments a lot.
I like to reply to questions usually. Stupid ones though.
Yeah, I try to help people out if they're like asking me for assistance, which I do get a lot of for some reason. People like I'll put a video up about a I don't know, like a Poseidon pistol or something, and someone will be like in the comments going, my M98's really having trouble feeding. And I'm like, cool, unrelated to this video totally, but I'll, try and help you out.
So my girlfriend broke up with me. What do I do?
On the opposite end of that, I'll get questions that I answer in the video multiple times.
Oh, so often.
Now, question about gels. What is your favorite gel? Got like iHobby ones. I have the Ozgel ultra hardened ones. Like for gas blowbacks and AEGs, what would you guys recommend? I know Guido, you did an excellent video on like testing the hardness of them. Oh, okay, all right. We have two different opinions. Excellent. Or are they the same ones in a different bag? I think they might be. Hold that up again, Brad. Oh, Ozgel.
He's
And
got the
okay,
Ozgel Ultra
okay,
Elite. I got the
okay.
OG black bag tenacity weight hard, aka ones, just
They're good too.
because they're not as okay. So in terms of hardness, they're not as hard as the ultras or the elites, right? They're definitely not as hard, but I find um, they're just a little bit smaller on average, and they just don't cause any issues with feeding or jamming or anything. I find, I mean, particularly if you watch the video I did on the Poseidon, the Orion 2 or whatever I did there, these were the only things that I could get to work in that pistol. I grew about 5 different batches of 5 different gels, and this is the only thing I could get to work in it. And like I love us gel, I love Dan, I love a lot of the products they have, but these are still my go-to. Like I've used ultras and elites and all that, but these are still my go-to. If you can get them, these are getting harder to get. If you didn't buy a bulk of these in the early days, they're not easy to get anymore.
I have noticed that these have their own issues as well. Ultra Elites, they've been growing to like 7.8 mil and stuff. So you do have to kind of watch how big they're getting.
That's
Dude.
one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. Like I like them if you filter them out and filter the big boys out of there and stuff. But if I just want to grab a bag and grow it and be ready to go, like a lot of the time I will spend time filtering all my gels down to sizes and I do that. But sometimes
How do you do that? What the hell?
Haven't you
seen
videos?
his bloody big machine that he has?
Tell me you don't watch my videos without telling me you don't watch my videos.
What? Dude!
There's like 2 rods that get narrower and narrower and buckets that sit underneath it.
Is it something that you can make at home?
Yeah, absolutely. I do a video on how to make it. Oh, roughly how to make it. There's a video.
Hang on. Oh my god, I wish I knew this. Because Brad, I have the same ones, and I don't know if you can hear me.
You can use the sieves. Brad's got the sieves.
Brad has the sieve.
Lazy man's way.
sieves.
You put the bigger one... No, sorry. Yeah, the bigger one at the top and the smaller one at the bottom. Shake them around.
But how do you know that they're the right... Are they specifically made for gel balls, or are they for food?
They are. They're from iHobby.
Ah.
Gel ball sieve. It's overexposed, but it says
Dude.
gel ball sieve. So the top one's 7.35 and the bottom one's 7. So what you get left with in the middle is between 7 and 7.3.
So I've been using these Ultra Elites in my double bell Glock, and they're too big. And I'm like, I've done a lot of stuff, and I'm like, surely it's not the gels. But now that you say that, these grow a little bit bigger than they should. That is very good to know.
So I've been also playing around with 3D printing some sieves, and I've got like different plates that I've 3D printed that have like 7.5 and 7.3 slots and stuff, and then they stack on top of each other like that, and so you can pour the gels in and make them around, and then your small ones should be in the bottom. That's not something I've actually used effectively yet. My my two rail system is the most effective system, but yeah, that's there's ways around, there's ways to filter. And as I was saying, I love Ultra Elites, and if I've filtered them, I'll absolutely use the Ultra Elites. But if I need to just grab a bag and like hydrate and then drive to a game or something like that, then
yeah, definitely.
Then I just go with the AKAs because you can't go wrong.
Actually, if I was going to just chuck some gels in water and go to a game, I'd probably use the iHobby ones because they
So
stop
these ones.
at 7. Yeah, they stop at 7.3. They don't go any higher.
Having said that, the AKAs, those black bag AKAs that I have, I also have the X-Force black labels and the Tactical Edge Hobbies Ultra Hard something, and they're pretty much the AKAs rebagged. And I'm fairly sure there is a lot of gels on the market that are all basically the AKAs rebagged, and
A lot of them would
like
be,
ultras and stuff like that. Because I'm pretty sure there's about 2 factories that manufacture gel balls in like China. There's like 2. There could be more, but I think there's not many.
I think
You
there's
know, like
only a
it's pretty
couple.
niche. It's pretty niche. So like, I mean, realistically, all the gels are coming from the same factory. It's just a matter of whether you've got the good batch. Do you know what I mean? Like
True.
you hear people saying, "Oh, you know, X brand of gel used to be great, but now it's gone bad." It's
Well,
because
when these
like,
first came out, they only grew to 7.3 as well, but
yeah, and now
the
they've
later
been
batches have been going to 7.6 and stuff.
and again, that depends on like what was the humidity in China when they were made. There's all sorts of things that go into the manufacturing. With the batches, you'll find that one batch will be good, and then the next batch of the same brand maybe not so much. And so, yeah, when you find a good batch, you just got to bulk up on that batch. When you find a batch that's working, you're like, all right, sweet. Make sure all the buy bulk of that batch.
Yeah, I still have heaps of these. I got them wholesale from Dan.
All right. Now we're getting some questions in here. Where do we play? Where do we get our gel blasters from? And just other people that like WeTech. So yeah, where do you play? Where do you get your gel blasters from?
All of mine recently I've been borrowing from Safari Zuma, which is our only Gel Blaster store in SA. And I play at Battle for Waterloo, which is one of 4 fields, although 2 of those fields are only holding occasional events, like a mill sim every 6 months or so for one of them. So really, we only have 2 fields that run every weekend in the whole state.
Don't buy gel blasters from Wish, Jackson. Don't do it.
No, definitely don't do that.
I was playing mainly at Donnybrook for outdoor games, but also now these days I play Urban, Hardcore Blasters, and Spec Ops.
Nice. So a lot of them are indoors CQB type of stuff.
Yeah. Donny's the only outdoor place that I've regularly played. The shops, I think I've bought blasters from just about every shop. I don't have one particular favorite. I think I've bought blasters from everyone at one time or another. But I did at one stage love to purchase blasters from Blaster Supplies, HSG, Hardcore Blasters, Hardcore Sim Gear. I used to try my best to buy blasters from them all the time, because I love the guys there. I love Kathy and Toby. They run a great field. They're bringing great products, but they don't sell blasters anymore.
I think you, Martin, I saw a post that you're going out to a particular field tomorrow. Is that right?
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna be going to head out to Nuketown. So that's somewhere I go regularly. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Actually, I keep thinking it's tomorrow night. No, tomorrow day. Jesus, I've had a long day. So yeah, Nuketown is my main field because it's got a lot of variety to it. Lots of different areas that you can play, jungle, urban. They even have a little shooting range there for you if you want to test out some of your new blasters. And the shops I go to are Gel Ball Undercover, iHobby, and Command Elite Hobbies, and a little bit of Tactical Edge. So yeah, they're the 4 main ones. So
how often do you actually play, Martin? Do you play every week or?
No, dude, no. I can't, man, because I got uni and I've got a whole bunch of little projects that I'm working on. A lot of my weekends are taken up by this. So whenever I can, I get out. But not as much as you. I would love to.
I'm out there every week.
Yeah.
Because I have to, because I can't shoot a gel blaster anywhere besides at a gel blaster field legally.
What, you can't even shoot them in your apartment?
No. If I had a gel in
No,
there,
because it's a firearm, right? It's a firearm in South Australia.
Yeah,
so you're not allowed to shoot firearms in your house.
It's not even you could fire a 22 at a farm or something. You can't fire a gel blaster at a farm. It has to be a gel blaster field. which is a whole ass process to become.
Yeah, facepalm is correct.
There's
That
got to
is
be
correct.
some way of like just knocking some sense into these stupid politicians of making these stupid rules. Like, what?
I don't know if there is.
It's because it comes under the paintball laws, which paintball markers can only be fired at a paintball field.
It's just ridiculous. You can't shoot a gel blaster on a farm, but you can shoot a real gun.
Yeah.
Where is the logic in that? There is none.
There is none.
There is no logic. That's just people
Well,
being stupid because they don't know how it works.
The same people, yeah. This comes from the same people who think that they can be converted into real firearms as well.
You know, the Italians, they do this. They're like, mamma mia. I can't say the word because then YouTube will get angry. But you know the word. Holy guacamole.
So what do I got? SAS Tactical, Armored Heaven, Tactical Edge,
Wow,
M4A1. I've got patches. Look.
Yes, dude. I tried to buy one, but I couldn't figure it out. They're like, "Oh yeah, check out the Facebook page." I'm like, "You need to."
No, you gotta actually message me. You gotta send me a message.
Oh, okay.
Look, I'm not high tech enough to have a store. Or anything.
There are free ones out there you can get. Very cheaply priced.
Yeah, but like, you know what my store would contain?
Just
patches. That's all. That's it.
That's all right.
That's all
Dude, I wanted to buy one, so make it easy for lazy
will,
people like me.
Yeah, look, just message me. Message me. I will totally ship one out to you. I like hand address the letter and put it in the envelope and send it out. Like nice. This is low tech, very low tech here. But yeah, I was not a patch guy. I never collected patches. I never went out of my way for patches. A lot of the guys were all into the patches and stuff. And $8 for a patch, Jackson. Shipped Australia wide. I'll even ship to haram states. I don't care because it's a patch.
Well, that is very impressive wall of patches, dude. That's great. I got like 2 patches, so okay. Now, guys, quick question before we wrap things up. Do you have any shout outs that you want to make to anyone?
I usually give shout outs to whoever's given me the blaster for my videos. So.
All right, cool.
So this one here is from Doug at Safari Zuma Tactical. He let me it kindly for 2 weeks to do a video.
Gotta give shout outs to Adam Hoy because he's in the chat. Shout outs to John H as well.
Yes.
John H.
Shout outs to all the guys in chat.
John H, like he's one guy that I've seen commenting on like every single video that I've ever seen about gel blasters. He's just watched them all, and it's just
he's watched them all.
He has often given me some great ideas that have led to very successful videos. So John H,
and he watches my Twitch stream as well. He's one of like I think 2 or 3 people who actually watch my Twitch stream.
Dude, have you put that on your YouTube channel that you do Twitch? This is the first I've heard of it.
I hadn't heard that you do Twitch.
I have, but I don't think too many people. I don't know.
Make a community post and then put the link, and I'll come watch it. Because I'd love to watch it.
I'm pretty sure I have. I
must have missed it.
In fact, in my last, did you watch?
The Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, see, Brad watches my videos. See?
Oh man, I watch your videos. I watch your. Oh my god, you got like what, like two?
Do you want to explain your last video for Martin?
So I had a Poseidon Stormbreaker, and I had to test it. And I didn't have a game that I could go to test it. That I didn't have time to get to a game, and so I just tested it in my workshop on a guy who was playing Dance Dance Revolution. So every time he missed a note, I shot him with the Stormbreaker. Now the thing was, he'd never played Dance Dance Revolution before. So yeah, and that was all live on Twitch. Also, I shot him with the 40 Max. Hilarious watching us both shoot each other while playing Dance Dance Revolution. It's painful.
There's a question from Geology. He's a guy that commented on my one of my videos where my double barrel was shooting severely a low FPS, and he recommended that I just do a little spin on the exhaust valve here, and that actually fixed it, and it went from 230 to like 270, just a little quarter turn, and it was fixed. And I never knew that. I literally I've been using Gel Blasters gas blowbacks for like 2 years, longer. And I never knew about that little tip, so I don't know. Did you guys know about that? I'm just stupid, aren't I?
Yeah, the position of the valve is pretty important. Yeah.
No one told me. Like, I've been into a lot of shops, and no one has ever mentioned that. So, anyway, I'm just stupid.
Oh, well, it's been fun. I kind of feel like it's a bit sad that it's ending now. Oh well.
Yes, but man, it doesn't mean that it has to be the only one. We can do this, monthly or whenever you guys want, because I'm sure that these guys have many more questions as well. This is a platform where we can create whatever we want.
What do the 5 viewers want?
Yes.
More?
Is that how many there are?
Yeah.
They want more.
No, we got 13, bro. We got 13. Come on now.
Is it 13?
Right. Yeah, bro.
You know
14.
I
think.
I got to be honest. I haven't been looking at the chat too much.
I think we peaked at around 20, so that's good.
20. That's not bad.
Cooper says please do more.
Yeah.
So.
That's more than my Twitch streams get.
I think the consensus from everyone watching it is that they want us to do some more, which is great. We can come up with some more topics to talk about. Maybe we can do some, I don't know, shooting as well somehow if we're very fancy. Well, maybe I can.
Not, but you can.
Yeah, you guys can all shoot vicariously through me. And yeah, we'll do it again because this has been great, and I'm so glad that I've got to talk to you guys. I've been wanting to talk to you guys for freaking ever, and this has been amazing. So, to all our viewers, thank you so much for joining us on the stream. To LowGuido, to Bradly Phillips, you guys have been amazing. You're just this wealth of information and a huge asset to the Gel Blaster community in Australia, and if not the world, because you educate them to. Everyone else who has airsoft, they don't understand Gel Blasters, and that's where I guess we come in to kind of show them what it's like. So thanks for joining us. Stick around after. We'll have a little chat. But to our viewers, this is where we're going to be saying goodbye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, exactly.
Subscribe to LowGuido.
Bradly Phillips and Los Guidos.
Yes,
and
Bradly.
Throwback Industries.
Exactly.
For more videos on bread, subscribe to me.
Yes,
do some baking.
He just bought a new oven, so if you guys want to get some nice whole grain bread, then head over there. All the links are in the description, and hope you guys have a great time wherever you are, and we'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.